Savor the addiction, savor the affliction, savor me, just savor me. Yeah. Giddy up. What's up? It's Norrin. That was weird. I'm on a weird mood tonight. But I told you I would do some devil might. Right now I'm gonna go around and collect some stuff. Even though there's really nothing to collect here. I've not bought the co-op pass yet. But I probably will. But will this reset again? I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I did go in and do a couple devil might runs. And mind you, I struggled too. Just as much. But right now I'm like first in my room for devil might. Right? So... and there's good players that are just below me, right? So if I can get this score and like be above them, then maybe it'll help you too with just a few of the techniques as you use it. It's not even the DPS I'm doing right now, because honestly I chase her around like a crazy asshole too. Like I need to like clean it up. It's just like she's so annoying. I don't even really want to go in there and practice with her, but I probably should. And this match was a little bit messy still, and that's the thing with Devil Might. She's so hard to actually friggin' Bloody Palace ended. I can't go back in there. I was gonna try a no-hit solo run with LS, but we can't even friggin' play it. But I got first place this season, this week, with my EJV run, right? And that's the thing, I did a solo run with EJV. Let me know if you want to see it, but I hit 230.2 million on a solo run with EJV, and I hit 230.9 with the full team. I was trying to beat it over and over, and I think I actually can. There's a few things I want to try, but like, because you can spawn 2 rounds of Demon Chorus to the last Agathas on floor 5. It's risky, and it takes a little bit longer. But if you kill all the choirs, or the flyers, the moths or whatever, they will all come back again. And then nuke them, right? And then maybe I'll get more points. But I kept getting hit when I was trying to do that. That was a little tricky, trying to keep them spawning. But they will actually... I tested it out, though, at the time, and they kept coming back over and over and over again. And, oh yeah, I'm probably going to have to talk for this whole video. And it's funny, because just a random user just showed up and kept saying, "You talk too much. I always talk too much on all my different videos." And I was like, you're the one dropping random ass comments on every single thing, so who talks too much? But anyway, yeah, I just like pieced them out. But I went and looked. They had a small channel with like 4 videos of this little kid game, and they don't talk at all. I'm like, what the hell is this? So yeah, I just hid them from my channel. I don't give a shit. Get the fuck out of here. I don't care if you don't like it. Then don't watch it. That's exactly what I said. I was like, nobody's forcing you to be here. It's a YouTube video. Who said do it? But anyway, onto the Devil Might crap. So, she always flies in like a twat. Obviously, right away, right? Dive bombing you. So if I'm using Fist of Salvation, I'll usually just punch her in the face and then alter like this, because he can do that really fast. And then bang, I trigger. So that's the thing though. Like everybody keeps telling me, like these are kind of more tips that I have. Like she's off the map way out there. Don't nuke her when she's out there. Like don't alter or something like that. And even here, I was being a little bit risky fighting near the edge here. You see how she dive bombed? Well, if we were flipped and she was on the other side of me when I was on that edge and she dive bombed, she would have went right underneath the map. So you got to keep her like in the middle of the map. Trust me, I know how hard this chick is to control where the hell she goes. She flies all over like a crazy asshole with no rhyme or reason, and you don't even really know what she's gonna do. So she's really hard to actually do a tutorial on, right? Because she really does just do some random ass crap sometimes. Like, boom, she came out of that portal over there. That's fine. So, like, I tried to dodge towards her and then use my demon arm to grab her up, right? And here I was trying to transition. It didn't really quite work. I got knocked back. And then here, like there, boom, half that burn wheel's gone. And then a slam, almost the rest of it. I got rid of the whole burn wheel, but I did get slowed down. I usually try to do this on the other side of where she's going to do that bubble. Like, just get behind her, right? And then do it so you don't get slowed down. CT, you can dodge out of it, and even kind of dancer still fairly fast in that. But that's the key with her. You don't really want her to be near the edge. See, I got slowed down twice, and it was kind of ridiculous. So then I buster fisted her. Even though it was like backwards and stuff, I still got the damage from it. But then when she does it, I try to stay in there, because that slam will kill you. Like, as you'll see, I actually did 2 different runs here. I showed you how I do it with CT, but CT squishier, right? Like, Devil Bringer is a tank, technically. You can take a lot of hits, right? But I
I got hit a little too many times with CT, and my run could have been smoother, but I just wanted to show you how I do it, and then how I don't. I even tried to I did knock her under the map once on purpose, just to show you how it happens. I altered her when she was out there and hit her with a bunch of DPS. But yeah, when you get to the 2 minute mark, usually it's right at 2 minutes. She goes into this fireball phase. I still like to use Royal Guard to deflect the fireball, because as you see, it still does do some damage. It's just not a massive amount like it used to be, right? It's like 0.01, but as you see, it's going down. Not bad, right? So I'll do that. I'll deflect the ball, and then I'll switch back and do a few combos. Up another one. Boom, there's a ball deflected there. Sometimes I punch her with fists. I should have altered her there. I missed my opportunity. And then I kind of screwed this up too. She flew out there. So I kind of messed the sequence up there and made her fly out there, I think. It all depends where you're fighting her, where she dodges, how far she goes too, right? So, but then, yeah, as you see, you can do like 1 or 2 combos in between. As you see, the fireballs only last for a certain amount of time, right? So I will always switch back to Royal Guard just after a couple combos usually. But here, right at the 1 minute mark, she will go into this last phase. And this is where you can apparently blast her out. If I use Devil Trigger's ult or something, I could stun her out of that phase, and she would stay in the fireball phase to the thing. And then here, this part you kind of got to get lucky. This whirlwind here thing is the worst one to get hit with off the start, and I got it twice in a row. So when she does this, it's way harder to get to her and stuff, right? And right now, I was trying to show you, to see the bleed gauge up, I have 300% bleed gauge efficiency on Royal Guard. So if I can actually stay with her and do like some good combos, and or maybe be on the ground here and do that spin, the spin works really good for filling that bleed gauge up. But if you could be in the air doing better combos, then you can actually get through this bleed gauge, right? And then do a little bit more DPS at the end too. Because like honestly, right now we don't have a freaking team with any synergy for fire, ice, and friggin' physical all together. But anyway, as you see there, that was still a better run than my first one. I was only at 55 million. Now it's 59 something. So like I said, I do not bad, but I still struggle like horribly with this. I've seen people with double the scores of this on this, right? But I'm, like I said, I'm still first here, and look at it, it's Wavy and Lord Raykage and stuff. They're strong players. They're really good. They know what they're doing, so it's not like they're weak or anything. So you don't do good against Devil Mite. Don't freaking feel bad, because everybody does bad against her except for like maybe Nola. I don't know. Maybe Nola can kill her. I don't know. He's crazy, right? He's got a crazy ass account. There might be some super whales out there and super skilled whales that can do it, but I myself cannot. But here, my other team, right there, it said all things locked. Sometimes it'll say that, but you can still put tunes in. You have to just remove them. Remove the tunes instead of just trying to swap them. I don't know why it doesn't work. And I'm going to show you another little weird glitch that I noticed too. When you're trying to look at somebody else's player profile now, if you click on it, usually you can click on their hunters and look at what they got, right? Every time I do it now, it shows me mine at EX wearing my skin, shows my weapon. But then when you get to the cards, it's their friggin' cards. I don't know, it's weird. But here's CT. I always throw the sword first and then dodge because she does her slam. Here, I actually should have probably dodged that, got out of the way, because CT's a little squishier for Devil Mite. Those slams will hurt you. And here, this one I was actually trying to screw up and knock her off the edge of the map just so I could show you. But like when she's way out there, you can dance her like crazy. Like do your judgment dance back and forth like I was doing there, but you don't want to alter. So I was going to try it there, and then, but I'm like so used to fighting her and trying to keep her in the middle and not fighting near the edge and stuff that I actually was having trouble actually knocking her off, because like I said, I try to keep her near the middle, and then you try to time out her bombs and her little super moves that she does like that for your ults and stuff too, so you don't get hit. Wham, see, I got hit there, and look how much life that took off me, right? With CT, it hurts. So yeah, I don't have him very beefed up, and there you go. Like I'm trying to alter right now in places that I normally don't, just so I can show you that she'll go off the fucking map doing it like that, right? And then here, obviously, I can't fill a burn gauge. I can't do nothing. I don't even know I switched to Royal Guard here. I usually don't. But if you switch to Royal Guard and actually like trigger and hit her right at the right time, you can knock her out of that stupid little phase too. So there's that. And then also that dive bomb there. If you have Royal Guard, you know how he does the super fist forward. I don't even know what it's called. I should know what it's called. You know, ting punch. Okay. If you do that just before she hits the ground, right at the perfect timing, instead of hitting the ground, you knock her flying across the fucking map, like halfway, right? So that's kind of funny. So you can knock her out of phases with Royal Guard if you time it perfectly, right? You have to do like, what is it, the extreme punch or something? Maybe you have to have your gauge up there. And here, like, I usually don't do that either. That was a weird little jumping thing. I was just trying something. But, like, that like I said, it's been hurting me. Look at my CT's health right now, right? It's not the gory. But here, she goes into there, and I always try to devil trigger first, because when you devil trigger, you do more damage. So I'm assuming in theory that this ball does more damage after I trigger it and reflect it back at her, right? So I do that, and then I usually just QT in with Count Thunder. I'm not sure why I did the Nomadic Lightning QT in. You don't really have to, but here, look at, I even tried to do it, and she didn't fall down. But I did it. Oh wait, she did. There. No, that's how you do it. You see that? How I altered her when she was out there, and now she's under the fucking floor, right? Being a dumbass, going all over the place. So don't do that. Don't fight her near the edge. Don't alter when she's out there. And then, like I said, make sure you do your little rotations here. You reflect the ball and then try to do more DPS with your DPS tune, right? And time these out for when she does these weird crap things. But then, as you see, we're still going. I was like, oh, we're still in the phase, which is surprising. It's 1 minute she'll usually switch, but she goes a little further this time. I got her with one more fireball before she goes into this lightning whirlwind phase. And that's where you can ult with Devil Bringer and knock her out, but you might be able to do it with Royal Guard too. I think that's how I might have did it the one time. I accidentally had the full Royal release. I think that's what it's called, right? Yeah, and smashed her with that, and I think I knocked her out. But then here too, like I said, I got the whirlwinds again, so I couldn't show you that I can actually fill that bleed gauge with Royal Guard, as long as you put enough efficiency on them. Somebody told me this like months and months ago too, something like 6-7 months ago, that they thought Royal Guard was pretty good for bleed, and I was like, where? I couldn't see it personally until I put the 300% on him, and I was like, oh well, okay. Now he really isn't that bad. There's worse, right? So at least he does it. If I could get 400%, it'd probably be better, and then it'd take less combos and clean it up, because I obviously played crap. And I was like, screw it. I'm just going to switch back and try to get a little bit more DPS in before the match ends, right? And this one was obviously lower, but that's the two techniques that I use right now. And like I said, there's no synergy for a friggin' fire, ice, and physical team at all. And then how am I supposed to use any ice tunes when we have limited ice tunes? We really need that new ice, and we have a freaking fire boss there that's weak to ice, right? So they're all locked over there. And then Plutone, I did a couple on him, and I did 139 million, I think, and I was like, that's good enough. I'm like first in my room and third overall, as you'll see here, right? So I guess I got the highest friggin' LS for right now too. And then Realm Conquer, I'm first. Bloody Palace, I was first this week. And then Boss Hunt, third overall. And I said I ain't beating Nola and Bento and all them. They're crazy, right? They're really good players. And here I go down the list so you can see all the good players that always throw down good scores. And then look at that, there's my bro Vader Von Morgenthaler, fucking taller or whatever, in 19th. And that's why I was trying to click on him too. I wanted to show, like, he's got just an SSS EJ and S plus CT. Like, he's got these, and he's all 100% free to play. So, and he does actually fairly well. But look at that. I clicked on his thing, and it's showing my tune with my skin, my weapon. He doesn't have all that. And then but it's his cards. Those are not my cards. So, like, that's so weird, right? Like, I don't know why it shows my tune standing there in my skin and the weapon and all that crap, but then it's his cards. Oh yeah, and look at CT can fly in another way, but it's just really slow. He'll stay up there forever. It doesn't matter. He'll just slowly creep towards you, right? And then if you do 2 slashes, he does that. This is part of the combo, right? The 4-5 hit aerial combo. So if you do 3 or 4 hits, you just do the spin and then get out of it. You do 5, you do that little thing, and then I like to hold it down, so I switched my spins, right? So yeah, he flies in different ways. And then there's obviously this little 6-hit combo. You just do it and delay for 1 second and then go. I don't use this very often just because it seems like it leaves me vulnerable. I don't know if it has iframes or not. I'm gonna actually have to check. And then the spear thing is crazy. You could, like, I didn't know you could rapid shoot it in the air. You can't do that with fucking EJV, right? So that's kind of fun too. I'm goofy like this. I just mess around with my tunes nonstop and try to see different stuff they do, right? So I was thinking CT would, LS here would almost be like a cheat code for those friggin' secret archive missions where you got to kill all the Guires and say, you just slowly creep over. Who cares how long it takes? Well, actually, I guess they're timed, right? But as you see here, I just like doing all sorts of little combos and flippy doodles and look at me, wow! See, like when he swings that sword over his head, I think he can get hit, but I don't know. There may be his dive for. I'm gonna have to test it more. But anyway, see, I had to talk through this whole video. Some people don't like it, but other people love it. So I don't know. If you're one of them, thank you. See you next time. Good gaming. Yeah.